GPL 嘛，那他们的打也非常强，所以我们必须要非常小心，不要被他杀了。
我跟 GN 的 Levi 学了很多东西，就我觉得他是一位打法很独特的玩家，然后我觉得他很多地方是我值得学习的。
I honestly thought that we wouldn't make it out of groups because the team was formed last minute, but everyone played well.
Southeast Asia breaks the base open, and they will be 2-1 on the day.
일단 바텀레인 입장에서는 중국 바텀레인이 제일 지금 그 올스타에서 제일 강하다고 생각을 하고요.
Helping to get that fight in line. Locked down by the solo player. BRTT is trying to clear the sun out of his eyes as Mako picks up that kill. And bot lane's looking much better for the Chinese All-Stars.
그래서 이제 저희 바텀라인 입장에서는 중국이 되게 강해 보이긴 해서 그래서 이제 좀 저희는 중국을 좀 일찍 만나기 싫었는데 네, 좀 상황 만나게 됐으니.
4强能碰到韩国队，对我来说我觉得无所谓吧，因为想要拿冠军的话，就每个对手都得击败的。
Malzahar's banned, Rise is already picked.
Yeah, Malzahar is banned, Rise is taken away. There are things like you can go for a LeBlanc, you can even go Cassio. People used to like playing that matchup quite a bit, and Cassiopeia still can be very strong. We have seen still the long-range mages, things like Vel'Koz, which is getting taken away, but Xerath as answers as well. I do think even some assassins can be quite strong in the preseason. I've seen quite a bit of things like Katarina. So I think there are a lot of options on the table. It just depends, what is the team style going to be?
Yeah.
Do you want to commit to multiple assassins, multiple people jumping in? Because if you're not drafting some sort of a control mage, then you're already very committed to an all-in style with the Sivir ultimate, with the Kha'Zix, and with this sort of play.
Well, one control mage banned away. There goes the Xerath as well as the Vel'Koz. There's actually two technically, I guess. The fact that Patrick has got a teleport in his summoner spell, maybe that indicates something like a LeBlanc that you could play with TP?
Certainly possible. You also can obviously swap it up. I do think that Kassadin actually quite strong in preseason. That's another good answer here against the Rise. Kassadin generally fares quite well in AP versus AP matchups. Most people taking Airy these days. Teleport works pretty well. You can kind of poke him out with the Q. But one of the big issues here is the really low wave clear for Kassadin. So if you can actually push them in, as the Rise is known to do, if your side lanes start losing, your mid is going to get sieged very early on. So it's extremely important for Sivir, for All-Star, to hold their own in the bottom lane, because if Ezreal and Janna show up early to mid lane, Kassadin really has no answer to that siege, and the turret could be going down quickly.
And that will just unlock LMS to allow Caster to roam, invade, take control of the GPL jungle. Let's see if they can defend the towers. Janna is the phase 2 lock-in here for LMS. There was a hover on Camille. Now, Jisoo, of course, has been playing the carry style all tournament. He's played one tank in Sion, and he's had Jace, Camille. Jace is open, and he's obviously played some interesting ones in those 1v1.
Kennen also available. People have been expecting Spellbook Kennen for a lot of this tournament. It's a very strong answer to Gnar if you wanted to go for it. But it's going to be a Kali. Ooh, I like it. We're getting some spice in the first match of the semifinals here at All-Stars. And Akali is not something we have been seeing in competitive for quite a long time, but for quite some time, at least even in North America, some of the tops have been practicing it, feeling like it was pretty viable. The early stages for Akali famously can be pretty rough. Yes, you can use the Shroud defensively to try to keep yourself around, but really you don't have many options pre-6. Once you hit 6, once you have those ultimates that have the dash charges, you can start really going aggressive onto someone like this Gnar, and we could see Levi playing around it because there's so many dashes that Gnar can not really escape from a very strong Akali. But if you get behind, you start being pretty worthless, and you're picking it into a Janna as well, which is going to disengage you in the team fight.
Azale, that's the whole comp.
Yeah.
Kassadin, Kha'Zix, Akali, Sivir. If you get behind on those champions, you're donezo.
I mean, it's triple assassins with a speed up and an engage, right? Like, this is very heavily go in. But they also have ways to win through split push, Kassadin and Akali 1-3-1. You have a relatively strong 3-man squad who can hold mid lane with the Sivir wave clear.
Yes.
So I think they have actually thought through a lot of the options. I will say though, as far as a straight up 5v5, unless SEA is very far ahead, the LMS comp is just way too solid. I don't think that you can beat that team in a straight up 5v5. I think you have to spread the map axes and see what you can get done in lane.
I like that. Ranged into melee. If they can't hit back, just keep slapping them.
keep
Why are you
slapping.
hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Definitely the older brother, younger brother discussion continues even in game.
Ooh, Levi's got to run because the collapse is coming in from Ziv and Fofo's coming up.
Permafrost from Casa bought a lot of time. Leap over the wall, follow through with the flash and the leap. Levi continues to run. Here comes Fofo. Double buffs available. Fofo not going to pick up first blood because it's Ziv that does with a boomerang.
Yeah, Levi getting pretty aggressive there, but when both of your lanes are being pushed in, you can't get out on the map like that. You can't be that far up, and the collapse comes in. Yes, it costs him some summoners, but that's double buffs on a Gnar, which is going to make it really tough now for Jisoo in top lane.
It was already tough with an Akali in the early game. Now he has to deal with mini Gnar with red and blue buff. We'll keep an eye on how he farms over the next sort of 5 or so minutes. But as it stands, the wave a little bit in Ziv's favor as Jisoo's just going to use that Mark of the Assassin to farm.
Yeah, here it is again. So Karsa already knows that Levi is around there because he sees the scuttle. Levi's trying to clear out the blast cone to kind of protect his top laner there so that Karsa does not have that as a gank path, but both the lanes are pushing for the LMS. The collapse fully comes in from Ziv, from Fofo. They know they can go from this, flash over and get that kill. Very nice collapse from all of the LMS.
Really, really well played. So, early advantage, 800 gold. And then more and more frequently, Fofo keeps spamming out those Connets, gets Patrick down to 50 HP. Flash not available, remember. Fofo can't chase any further. Would have been risky, and Patrick farming relatively well, but he stays alive.
It seemed like Fofo kind of underestimated how much damage he was going to do. He was actually stepping backwards and then, I mean, getting aggressive here on Ziv.
Keeps chasing him down. No flash available. Support coming up from Levi. Jisoo even sidesteps the Gnar to avoid getting knocked back. No further opportunity though as Patrick, he jumps forward with the Riftwalk, continues to chase Fofo down. Rune Prism will buy a few extra seconds. Riftwalk continues. Force Pulse comes out as well. 200 HP left to burn through. Flash forward. Patrick takes a tower shot.
Oh, he's
now
gonna
he's
die.
tagged minutes. Flashes to safety. Riftwalk will be a few seconds away. W max, I believe, or not. W start at least from Sword Art. He gets the kill.
Yeah, build this up a little bit. They could actually look for it.
He's got himself the Cutlass for some life steal.
Oh, nice dodge
Very
with the
good
Shroud.
dodge. Zip's now in trouble. Gets jumped on by Levi. And Southeast Asia get the first.
Oh, that was just sick from Jisoo dodging out, but Bebe's shooting the ultimate down. Do they know it's coming? They should now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
That was a bit anticlimactic, actually. But we had to follow it. We had to follow it.
Yeah, I liked it. Props to the observers.
Nicely done indeed. All right, so Southeast Asia, they've got 1 on the board. There's 2 at risk of being caught out. And Fofo's coming for the dive. Look at that damage from the Klepto Ace. Already got Sheen and the Manamune starting to stack up. Another
they're
stack.
keeping in.
The
Kassadin's
spell
coming up too.
but simply too late. Bebe takes a tower shot. That's the first kill of the fight. Oh, here comes Jisoo. Dashes forward. Monsoon's going to buy a few seconds of time as Jisoo goes invisible. Gets himself another. Hello,
reset.
this is Patrick. He gets one with the Riftwalk. Low on HP, forced to run for his life. Bebe's looking to run him down. Gets another kill for the LMS. Now Jisoo forced to flash over the wall. The Rune Prison, not going to be enough. Gonna lock down Krav for a few seconds longer. Some support from Levi, but it's too little. It's too late. It's a 1 for 4 in favor of the LMS.
Yeah, GPL gonna lose so much there, and the turret now gonna be under pressure too. Sword Art doing a great job shutting down those assassins. They got the early kill. Akali potential to actually go nuts in that fight, but kited out very well. Deny the initial engage there from the Janna, and the Monsoon plus the shields is enough to reset this. I actually think that Dantes and Craw did about as well as they could delaying this. You're actually going for the minions, realizing you need to push that out. Craw denies the engage there from Karsa, and Dantes does clear out the wave, which buys them a bit of time here, but they're just so far behind the play. Their AD carry cannot really contribute too much. Patrick's already down to half HP when he comes in, and Bebe not even close to going down there. Look at how much healing comes out from the John ultimate, resetting the fight, and Bebe is just kind of allowed free reign here. He's able to chase them down, knock them out, and not much chance from there in the fight for GPL.
Unfortunately not, and as we come out of the replay, it's 6 kills to 2. Fofo with Bebe Continue to run up.
There from Ziv too, which is going to mean he's so vulnerable to getting picked off in the side lanes. It's buying Jisoo some more time. The bottom turret is low, but they're looking for another dive here on top side. 4 men, and Dantes. Ooh.
Well, that's a daunting situation to be in. The Realm Warp, 4-on-1, it'll at least allow a Mountain Drake, which is a pretty big pickup.
Yeah, it's actually being traded this time, so some good things going on for SEA. Because Levi got the pick, it means they get the turret on the bot side, they get the dragon on the bot side, they're pushing up. If they have to face check and are pushed into that 5v5, it's very unlikely to look good for them. They're starting it up now. They're trying to force the TP out of Jisoo, who has shown on the bot side. They're going for the fight.
Already, Kraz in trouble. Unbreakable will buy some time, but how much time? Not enough. Bebe gets his first, looking for a second. It's in fact Casa that gets the kill. Ziv throws out that ice boulder, won't find the slow, won't need it. Flash over the wall, gets a gnaw into the wall, and Southeast Asia are running for their lives. Levi sits inside the bush, throws down that Void Assault, buys some time, bursts down Fofo, not enough for the kill. LMS get 4, and only Dantes is left alive.
Yeah, Jisoo probably should have just canceled that TP. I mean, it's 4 kills. It's going to be the Baron here as well. Dantes is forced back. They're not even going to be able to get a trade. And honestly, this is really all LMS needs to blow the game wide open. They are really looking so far ahead at this point.
Well, LMS came out of the group stages undefeated. They looked fantastic in their games. And at 22 minutes, they've stamped near absolute control on the game. Ziv, with his split push build, is going to look to run down Dantes. Doesn't chase, though. And is to get on the hunt out of Dantes. He escapes with his life. And when you take stock, Baron, 9,000 gold lead, there or thereabouts, 11-3. LMS can now just play the map game all they want.
Yep, Ziv probably could have killed him, but showing respect to the fact that SEA could have other members there, but they go over the wall. They know some flashes are down. Craw already essentially chucked out of the fight, and then Jisoo completes the teleport into the middle of everyone, knocked up into a root, instantly bursts down. No chance to really do anything. It's full retreat for the rest of the SEA squad, and no real chance to win in the 5v5, especially one that starts that way. So it's definitely looking rough. The split push game has been completely shut down because the Baron buff means the LMS will group, they will siege, they will...
A fully stacked hero mana. Bebe chunks down about 40% of Patrick's health.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Yeah, it feels bad. Alternatively, you can try for an all-in. That's basically your last hope. Pop the Sivir ult, hope that Croc can get a miracle combo, instantly kill someone, then maybe you have a chance to win the fight. But you have to get a pick immediately. If someone on LMS does not die instantly, you will not win the fight.
That's not how you win the fight, Southeast Asia. Cry is already down. It's a double kill for Ziv as Levi is cut down where he stands on the hunt by Dantes to try get to safety. But he now dies to Fofo. Where is the rest of Southeast Asia? Jisoo's trying to pull the wave ever so slightly. Ziv hops over the wall. You can't hop far enough to chase a recall, my friend. LMS just going to push you with these super minions. This looks to be game 1.
Yeah, this does look to be game 1. It was a cool strategy coming out of SEA, but if you fall behind, it's going to look rough. And maybe a little too much greed in the laning phase. They're trying to get engaged and trying to survive and trying to draft all these assassins, but LMS with a beautiful game, controlling it start to finish.
Flawless performance from the LMS. Bebe leads the way with his TPA, Kleptomancy Ezreal. And the rest of the LMS squad, as big brothers in the region, strike down GPL 1-0.
Really impressive play. There's just not much to criticize from this LMS team, from the lanes they picked, the composition they drafted, how they executed the adaptations for the WMAX Janna against this kind of abusable lane. That was really the key, and I have to give a lot of credit to Bebe and Sword Art for unlocking the bottom lane. That cracks open the map and really tears apart the SEA strategy.
Yeah, and it just, Levi never got into it. Never got a chance. He ran into Casa time and time again in the early game, and what a